One Piece 1163, titled Promise. Before I get into this, and I guess I'll refer to the art since I'm already looking at it. It's a nice, silly little art. Luffy and some monkeys jumping from one place to another. Um, the reason why I didn't make a video last week is because of major spoilers that I saw. So I just didn't feel like doing it. There wasn't a whole lot. I'm more so waiting to see what's going on with this. To see more about Garp before I want to make a whole lot of commentary on what's going on. So hopefully we get more about that. Okay, but this chapter, 1163. Okay, so Saturn is being taken over, which was revealed last chapter by Emu. Being taken over by Emu was revealed last chapter. And is killing the Marines. After calling them nuisances. And also killing pirates. That's fun. I don't know if I recognize those pirates. I think it's just random background pirate. Correct me if I'm wrong. The units are being told to withdraw. To keep their distance and not to attack. Apparently some of those pirates were Roger's men. Okay, so Roger's telling Gabon to get people out of there. And Garp is confused. Which, sure. Garp slandering the Celestial Dragons. So, I know, sure. Hey you, King of the Bilge Rats. You're here to kill me, aren't ya? So it was the Davy Jones. Coming from... I'm assuming the implication is Emu taking over Saturn. He never met him, however, promises are meant to be kept, which is exactly why thy kind must be erased from history. So, hopefully we're going to learn more about what the promise is. However, I wouldn't be too surprised if we don't. My world is still incomplete. It ain't your world. And chopped off part of the leg that tried to attack him. Cool, cool, cool. Marines are dumbfounded. Garp says he's going to help. Sure. Captain John is not by himself, but with a small group. Because Rock's pirates are dead. Gonna die. Slash, expecting Rocks to die, I'm assuming. Based on his commentary. What's happening over there? I hear screaming. Maybe ship. What happened to him? Come on, let me move the... What's the point of giving me a zoom function, Viz, if I can't move the... Oh, now you're just frozen. Okay. Can I... There we go. And then that. And then... Oh, let me... Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Huff, huff, huff. There's a bam. Run, yeah. That might just be combat noises. But there's a tug in the bottom corner. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Let's see if I didn't miss that. Okay. And we have Captain John making a bunch of the treasure go towards him because he has Kid's devil fruit or something similar. Okay, yeah, magnet power. It's the same one as Kid. Because we do know he's dead by this point. Sky Snake Red Cannon, he says as he flicks. It's going to be the bomb fruit I'm predicting before I go to page 10. Yep, okay. Bomb fruit. The previous user of that, who I forget the name of, as that person. A chest lands on him? Beside him? Gonzu. Gonzu is the guy's name. On Dragon or beside Dragon. I'm assuming that's a chest he's going to wind up putting Shanks in. Billion berries per chest. Garp is trying to join the battle still and unsuccessfully being held back. Big Mom interrupting Kaido, kind of. Is Whitebeard supposed to be helping Rocks? Or is he engaged in a fight with some of his crewmates? But I don't see him on panel around the same area as the crewmates. So we have Big Mom and Kaido fighting. And we see them attacking. Whitebeard in the middle of an attack. But I'm not sure where he is, so I don't know who we're... actually, no, he's right here next to Kaido in that panel. I see him. He's off to the side. Okay, so he's also there in the same area as Kaido and Big Mom. So I'm assuming all three of them are fighting. Then you have Rocks, who we know is right in front of Saturn Emu. And we know Roger is close. And we see Garp getting ready for an attack before we go. Okay. And it is all three of them attacking... No, wait. I'm confused. Okay, they're all attacking Saturn. Okay. So they weren't fighting each other, they were all being like, I'm gonna show you up by doing this. So you got Galaxy Impact, Divine Departure. Um, just Pandemonium, I guess, is the name for Rox's thing. Chokhakua, Ikoku 70, and Dragon Blast, whatever it's called. And then he's reforming, knocks out a bunch of scrubs with Conqueror's Haki. Sure. Okay, Dragon is still trying to save the baby. Where'd he go? Oh, and then he's gonna crawl into the trust. Okay, so Dragon dropped him on accident. What is he holding? He's holding a piece of wood. Okay, it looks like a piece of wood. It's broken. Accidentally grabbed a broken piece of wood, and Shanks is scurrying off towards a treasure chest that I'm assuming is about to be picked up by the pirates that are indiscriminately picking up treasure chests. I can't spit out what I've already eaten. Give me money. Okay, so they're still arguing even though they're there helping fight. I can see them running through the distant forest. And they're arguing over who hurt it the most when it's not actually hurt. Okay. Emu is saying you can see the wife and child of Zebek. And Zebek cuts him 3 times. Nice, all the way through 3 times. But stabs him with a couple of tendrils. Interesting. But it doesn't hurt, even though you see specks of blood. Thy will end thy own bloodline, slaughter thy wife and child. Domi Reversi. And then you have her running off. Is that the end? Yep. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we do see Garp actively fighting against Emu. So that's fun. That's good, right? But still, if he knows that is the top of the system, why is he still a Marine? I assume, to some extent, he's trying to use the system to better the world to whatever extent he can. I would be surprised if that wasn't his reason. But still, though, I'm hoping we get to learn what his version of justice is. Because I don't know of anything that would allow for him knowing the evils that exist, but not stopping them, but continuing to work under them. I have no idea how this can be justified. Which is one of the reasons I waited this chapter anyways, is because I didn't have a lot to say, because all this chapter did that would have helped is just make it more explicit that he is fighting against it. And he knows explicitly how bad it is. And I'm assuming this is part of the reason he regrets stopping Zebek. So I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Otherwise, I appreciate Oda for doing what he normally does. And having a couple of comedic moments in there where you have things like Shanks going out of his way to crawl into a treasure chest because a dragon accidentally dropped him again. That's great. I love that. Wonderful. Right? Man, I don't know. If you have any thoughts, comment them. I don't know what to say to this, though. Oof. Yeah, I mean, if you liked it, like it. Uh, Yell at me in the comments if there's anything obvious that I missed, or that you want to talk to me about. Like you want to get my thoughts on. Um, Anything like that. Oh gosh, I don't know. Until next time, be yourself.